First, though, it is one of the most spectacular music competitions, attracting an international audience of millions. And the good news tonight is Liverpool is down to the last two to host it.
Yes, whether or not the music is to your taste, the Eurovision Song Contest is a massive money spinner on a worldwide stage. There's huge disappointment in Manchester tonight with the news that it is now out of the running.
We have reporters in Liverpool and Manchester this evening. So let's start upbeat on Merseyside, where we join Rob Smith. They must be delighted there this evening, Rob.
Yeah, delighted and then some. This city has one of the richest musical histories on earth, a musical history people come from all over the earth to see, and now they get a chance to write yet another chapter in that musical history and have people come from all over the place for a Eurovision chapter. It is Liverpool or Glasgow to host next year's song contest, hosting it on behalf of Ukraine, who of course won last year, but organisers have decided that it cannot be held there because of safety and security concerns amid the ongoing war after Russia's invasion. Liverpool convinced that it can manage to outdo Glasgow and get the contest here, convinced that its links to Ukraine are what will do it.
The most important thing with Liverpool is our relationship with Odessa. Liverpool is hosting this, will be hosting this on behalf of Ukraine. So our relationship with Odessa is hugely important to us, and our solidarity and our sense of fairness and justice and our community, the things that we do brilliantly with communities, I think are one of the reasons why we've got to this point.
And the host city will have to make a financial contribution as well. City leaders here say that that is good value. The sheer number of people that will come to Liverpool will mean money pouring into the economy, and the welcome for them from everyone here, well, judging by the people I spoke to in the city centre today, that would be a pretty warm one.
Liverpool's the home of culture, you know what I mean? It's like Glasgow's beautiful and love Glasgow, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit further to travel for me personally, and also it just feels right.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Glasgow. It's a nice place, but I just think, if you really want to showcase Great Britain, Liverpool is a better city to showcase Great Britain.
Liverpool is just an amazing city, and any exposure it can get is probably welcome, I think.
We don't come from Liverpool, but we're not far
it's
away.
Middle of the country, everyone can.
Here, definitely.
Yeah.
Those who have bid to host the contest will find out in just a few weeks' time if indeed Liverpool has won. The arena just along the waterfront will be where it is held, and that means they'll need it for weeks before for preparations and rehearsals. Means some things will have to make way, including possibly Elton John, although those in charge of the city council say they think he'll be fine with it. As far as they're concerned, he's a big Eurovision fan.
Yeah, I'm sure he won't mind. Thanks, Rob. The mood's probably not so upbeat in Manchester, though, where Emma Sweeney is for us this evening. What can you tell us, Emma?
No, I'm afraid it isn't very upbeat here in Manchester. Well, at least not for fans of Eurovision. It was only a few weeks ago, of course, I was stood here talking about the excitement at the prospect this city could be hosting next year's event. Well, today that excitement has turned to disappointment, and that's because many people here genuinely feel Manchester has a great deal to offer. It has a very large Ukrainian population, in fact the largest Ukrainian population outside of London, and in the absence of Ukraine itself hosting next year's event, local leaders here said Manchester would have been a good alternative. It also has a large LGBTQ+ community, and it has that AO arena behind me, which many said would have been an ideal place to host next year's event. Nonetheless, it is no longer in the running. Earlier on, I took to the streets of Manchester to ask people now which city out of Liverpool and Glasgow they want to see hosting next year's event.
Well, I would say Liverpool, mainly because they're our neighbour. And I know there's a lot of animosity between Manchester and Liverpool, but I think, there, if it's going to be anywhere, it's the nearest to us, isn't it?
Well, I would say Glasgow. When they held the Commonwealth Games, I thought it was a great city to visit, and I thought it was very vibrant, and I don't think it gets enough in the spotlight, to be honest with you.
Probably have to pick Liverpool because they're obviously like the birthplace of like the Beatles and like a high influence for music, so like it would just make more sense if they were there, and it's also a tiny bit more southern, so it's got a bigger population of the UK that can go and visit it.
Emma in Manchester, we seem to have lost you there, but thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Apologies for that. But to prove what a great region we do live in, one of the first to congratulate Liverpool was the man in charge of Manchester's nighttime economy. He is Sacha Lord. He said they were hugely disappointed for Manchester, but they wanted to wish Liverpool all the very best of luck against Glasgow.